loves, it's your girl Ajoti, and you're welcome back to another episode of Rants, Bants Confessions. All right, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the talking stage Olympics. I mean, it's a race, but nobody gets a medal. All you get is broken hearts. Emotional damages, and you have to come home. Anyways, today we are going to break down the chaos that is centered around this talking stage Olympics with my girls. And as you know, I'm doing this with
E to the O. Clock it.
and
Rosie.
So today my girls are looking pink. They're looking,
Thank
but
you.
they're going to talk, so people have to listen.
I like that. I love the energy. Today, you guys, she's giving Miss Bell. Show the boots. Show the boots. Show the boots. I be 16. So yeah, so we're talking about the talking stage, the love bombing. There's a new word called breadcrumbing.
Yeah.
The men want to be bad bitches because now they think they're the prize. The lack of love. Right now, I don't know if I can say it's this generation. Men, or let's not say men, because the men always feel like we're bashing them. Human beings seem to lack the essence or the understanding of love and growing with a partner. You know, some guys say that some woman wants the abendada.
Yeah.
If you guys don't understand what that means, they want an already made man. They don't want to like do the Debbie. And how some men see themselves to be the prize. They are always asking the woman, what do you bring to the table? First of all, I want to know, what do you think is causing the lack of love with this generation, or just this in the world today? What is causing the lack of love?
Nobody wants to get hearts broken. No. Do you want to get heart broken? You don't get hearts broken, but do you want to Nobody wants to get hearts broken.
I don't think anybody goes into anything thinking they're gonna get heartbroken. Sometimes things just happen. It's like baby mamas. A lot of baby mamas don't go into like the relationship wanting to have a baby thinking that in the end they're gonna be single mothers or baby mothers. And people getting divorced. People don't get married thinking they're gonna end up getting divorced, but they prepare for it.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now, love does not exist. Everything has become very transactional. If you give me this, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Or has it always been that way and we're now like seeing it for what it is?
Well, this whole love thing, I feel like it's dependent on whom you're with and then what you actually want from whatever it is that you're in. If it is a relationship, if it is sex, money, whatever it is, it depends on what you want and what you're looking forward to. But then I think that social media has like plays a major role in relationships not lasting, or like people not being able to say, okay, I love this person, I'm going to show it.
How?
You know, because if you go to TikTok, right, the first 10 scrolls, 7 out of 10, they are talking about, oh, if you show a man that you love him so much, he's going to relax, he's not going to pour into you. Oh, if you invest into your relationship, it's not going to go well for you. Oh, if you do this, you're going to regret. Oh, you need to like not show that you love this person. Bro, if you're in love, why are you not showing it?
And
that's the whole point of being in love.
People saying these things, are they counselors? Are they marriage counselors?
Some of these people are even married and they're happy in their marriages, but they'll come online and say all of these things. And it's terrible. I feel like it is really bad and it's affecting our relationships these days.
Well, not yours, apparently.
Inshallah.
But first of all, let's talk. What is talking stage? Like, what is the whole concept of talking stage, and how long does talking stage last before two people know that they want to be together or want to have a relationship?
For me, I think talking stage is when you and the guy or you and the girl are starting to, get to know each other. Like, I meet you by the roadside, I take your number.
The roadside, they want to make a club and at a restaurant. So
I club. And when I go to the restaurant, it's just to take photos and I'm back home.
What about like at a lounge?
I don't even go out. I don't go out anywhere.
So how do you meet the people that you meet? At freedom fighter stuff. We meet them at rallies.
No. Oh, but like,
different places.
So let's say I meet Ifya and I take Ifya's number and I'm like, oh, I'll call you when we get home. When I get home, I let you know, oh, maybe Ifya, I like you. From there, even though you say you like me, we have to get to know each other.
Yes.
So is the Like, we getting to know each other, our likes, our dislikes.
So how long do you get to know each other before you know, okay, this guy, I actually want to continue building with it?
To me, I think a month is enough. A month or 2 is enough.
And then within that month, there's sex involved, because talking stage, it could be sex or no sex. So talking stage, within the month, has sex already happened?
For me.
You. Yeah, not for like everybody, because
I keep saying for me. So, in that 1 month, anything can happen.
clock it.
If sex happens, sure. If it doesn't happen, that's also good. But when you're in a talking stage with somebody and you proceed to have sex with the person, sometimes it doesn't always end well. And I'm going to use my own self example. I don't want to use anybody else. My own self, right?
We've learned from our mistakes.
Yes. And you realize that after whatever we had, he changed.
After you guys had sex, like the
He
person
changed. Everything changed. Like the way he used to text me, like hello, those kind of things, everything changed. You know, so for me, I would say that like you should have the sex when you got into the relationship.
I want to ask a question. Okay, you said he changed. What did he, like, how did he change? Because sometimes too, you know, us women, we move with our emotions, and maybe something that's not there, we make it to be there. So maybe, that's how I know. What changed?
One ideal thing that makes a talking stage or a relationship is communication.
Yes.
You know, but with he ceased communication completely.
Or like right after you guys finish having sex, like
Not
like
like
the
right
next
after,
day,
like some days after.
he just stopped texting you.
Ceased communication.
Okay.
Like just like that.
Okay.
He stopped talking to me, stopped replying my calls, and I'm like, you know, say what you want to say. Like if you don't want to, you just have to say it. You don't have to be
But
a
he
child.
just ignored you.
Exactly. So for me, I would say that if you're in a talking stage, please wait. When you get to wherever you are aiming to get to, then you can think about sexual interactions. But then when you are talking to somebody,
I get what, but that means from the beginning the guy wanted to just fuck.
Exactly.
Because
Even if it takes a year, he would have sex with you and ghost you.
So if you're even doing even if you're doing a talking stage and his intentions is just to have sex with you, it don't matter. Some men are very determined. He'll go to church with you. He'll buy you all the flowers, do all the things he wants to do. He'll see your parents.
Can I see your mom?
But if he just wants to have sex, he's just gonna have sex. So you have to also have a discerning spirit to see, okay, this person, is he coming because he wants to get to know me, or he's coming because it's just a sexual thing? And sometimes men too, they show that it's just sex.
True.
They always want to bug you with maybe send me a picture, or like they want to come to your house, or they don't want to take you on dates, or
right. You know, women like us, so if it's just sex too, we let you see it to that it's just sex we want. I don't know if you have.
I don't think I've ever been with anybody just for sex though. Like, have you ever have you ever been with someone, like, apart from like your relationship, have you ever dated anyone and it was like you just enjoyed not just the sex, but just being around?
But that was the main thing.
But the sex made you stay.
No.
Or when he was eating the coochie, it made you stay.
It would have been money, not sex. I don't think.
Clocking.
Bruh.
What about you? Has it been just sex that made you stay with the person, or like, you know, just the way he even holds you, or he even touches you, or he kisses your neck or kisses your back, or like sensual stuff that he did made you stay?
One of my love languages is, you know, physical touch, affection. I like it so much. But sex is not a reason why you would be with somebody in a relationship. No, it's different if maybe you are having like how do you call that? Sneaky link.
A sneaky link,
yes.
yeah.
Sneaky link is fine. That one, you all know what you are up to.
That one is not a relationship. You just meet and you just link and you actually.
I mean, it's a type of, because we have different relationships.
Yeah, sneaky link is a type of
relationship.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's because sneaky link can turn into a relationship. Because the longer you're sneaking and linking, you're now getting to know each other more,
and then feelings grow.
Especially on the woman's side.
But if you're those ones, it doesn't last, because like, okay, from the beginning, you're having sex. Oh, the sex is nice. I want to keep having sex with this person. If I get into a relationship with you, it means you're going to keep having sex. So then I'll get into the relationship with you. And then I'll get to find out that, okay, she can't cook. She doesn't have a good attitude. She doesn't know how to talk to me. She doesn't respect me. I'm going to leave. Right. So it doesn't last. If your sex is based, your relationship is based on sex, it's not going to last, I promise.
So the foundation is
it's just sex, bro.
But then if you're with a man that loves the sex that he's having with you, and you can't cook, your attitude is bad and those things, he will try and, you know, correct you, try and help you some way.
You go and look for someone who can cook. Go eat at the person's house and come and fuck you in the evening.
It depends,
bro.
But sometimes I think if the man actually likes the love making, the sex with you, he would try and help.
I think if the man actually likes you, this whole thing, the foundation of it should be how interested is the person in you,
right.
Whether they want to have a relationship with you, whether they want to marry you, and at the end of the day, most of the time, the decision of relationship always comes from the men.
True,
it's the men that are like. One movement, okay, you know what? I feel like we've been talking for 3 months or whatever. So I want us to be together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most of the time, the female, once they meet a guy, they already know what they want from the person.
True.
Yeah, true.
They already know if they want to be with this guy or not. They already know if this guy will just be my sugar daddy or like maybe my small boy or maybe something I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
A female always know. So right now, it's like us women are now waiting to be picked. Why is it what I said that?
It's so true. It's so true. I made some comments here the other time. I was talking about when I like somebody, I move to the person.
Yes, you did.
I like you. In this case, it's the same thing. It's like before I even come to you, I already know the type of person that I want you to be in my life, in my head. So if maybe I just want some sneaky link, or maybe, you know, that sometimes where you can just call somebody randomly, like sometimes when you're feeling lonely, you can just call somebody to come stay by your side. It happens. But then with a man...
Well, you call somebody randomly, or you call somebody you know that you want them to come stay, like hang out with you? Because I'm not going to call a random person.
Not random, but maybe somebody that...
A guy friend?
You have a thing, like... No, I don't want to say anything. Somebody you like, you're on that page together, yes, but then there's nothing between you guys and you hardly see each other maybe once in a month, once in 2 months. You know, there are people like that.
Like a guy, yeah.
Yeah, I used to have some time ago. And I feel like when it comes to the men, sometimes they won't take their time.
In what way? Like in like the love way?
In the love way.
But not the sex way.
That's why you're saying that most of the things, like most of the relationship things depends on the man.
Yeah.
Because he's going to, like, in the coming days or in the days that are going to come, he's going to like show you that, oh, maybe he's interested. You know, you're going to be seeing the signs and, you know, the symptoms.
Symptoms.
Symptoms. Yeah.
But then it's a sentence.
The symptoms. So with the men, sometimes they take their time, especially when it comes to like loving you, like making sure you're the one that he wants. For me, I feel like it takes time.
Do you think that being an influencer makes it difficult to date?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Because every time you have to explain why you are asleep, you have to explain why you are at a certain place, you have to explain why you went to an event and you were seen with your ex, you have to...
Hey, that means recently.
Big one.
So when you were
your parents have to come in and explain something. It's a whole lot of work. And always you have to explain who is Nana Kwame on your phone. You have to explain that, it's a lot.
So then, well then that means the kind of person you're attracting is a very jealous, insecure person. Because if a man is with me and he knows, first of all, you know that I'm an influencer.
Yeah, this is what you do.
You know what it comes with. You know what you're getting yourself involved with. So now that you're in the relationship, why are you now being so like strict and insecure about what? That means the person is already an insecure person and then they've come to date an influencer. That's a no-no.
So they can be jealous or insecure. That's fine. Okay. But when you're an influencer and you're getting into something with someone, I'll ask you, this is what I do. Are you sure you're up for it? Are you sure you can handle it? But the media is very tricky. Let's say your issue comes out. The way they will turn the issue and make it some way.
That's their job.
Your person is also going to start having different kinds of emotions.
No, that's why I'm saying, like, if I'm dating a guy, bro, there's no way that you're not going to understand the job that I do. Because I didn't, let's even take me out of the picture. You as a person, you watch the blogs, you watch social media. You know how these bloggers, they talk negative about people, especially celebrities. You know that when it comes to celebrity news, negative things is what trends. True. And sometimes, most of the time, it's not true. So if you're coming to date somebody who is in the limelight, why wouldn't the same thing apply to them? So as my man, you should know, like, I trust my girl enough to believe the things that she says and to trust her that, she's going here. I trust that she can, comport herself. It's work. So at the end of the day, it lies back on the man. You should know what you're getting yourself involved in. Like, I'm not going to go date a drug dealer and then not be watching my back all the time or not be like scared sometimes. I know what it entails with dating this kind of person or dating a lawyer or dating a doctor.
There was this influencer that was killed, I think 3 days ago, because she was dating a drug lord.
In Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico. Yeah.
So you see what
and
I'm
she was
saying?
actually streaming live.
Yeah, live, and they shot her.
I saw that.
So crazy.
I saw it.
Girl.
So like when you're dating somebody, you should really know what that person is into. Like, I'm not gonna go date a doctor and complain that whenever I want to be with him, he's on call. He has to go on late. So like, it's understanding.
True.
But the talking stage, I feel like sometimes talking stage lasts for too long. How long is too long when it comes to talking stage? For me, if you don't make your intentions clear after 3 months, I'm going to see that you're not sure about me. And now I'm going to make myself available to talk to other people. Because in the 3 months, let's say we've had sex. You know what I'm saying? Because in the 3 months, let's say we've had sex. And then like, I'm cooking for you. We're going on dates. You know, we're hanging out. We're enjoying each other. We're vibing. And then you haven't made your intentions clear. Like, I hate having to ask, what are we? I hate that because now it puts me in a vulnerable position where it's like I'm begging to be something.
You look like you're desperate for a relationship.
So at the end of the day, as a man, we've been together for 3 months. That's 3, 6, 90 days, bro. We've been talking on the phone for 90 days. We've been hanging out. We've been fucking. We've been doing all this good shit. You know, I'm sucking. Okay. So for 90 days, we're doing all this extra shit and you haven't made it clear as what you want from us. I'm going to think that you don't know what you want. And I'm going to move on and start talking to other people. And the funny thing about men is they know when somebody else has your attention.
True.
And then when somebody has your attention, now
they start being serious. Oh my God.
Why is that? Why y'all niggas be doing that? Why can't you just say, you know what? If I like you, I want to be with you. Let's build. And let's build and see where this goes. Now I have a clear indication that, okay, this is my man.
Yeah,
we're together. And we're going to work on that.
True.
Why do some men make it so difficult? It's because some of these men, they also don't know what they really want. Like with you and Drew. You guys was there a talking stage? Because you guys were on TV. Was there a talking stage?
There was.
So how long was the talking stage for?
For like a month.
A month?
Yeah.
And then he knew that he wanted to be with you. And you also already knew.
Yes.
Was it because you guys were on the show? If you guys were out the show, do you think it would have been the same way?
It is possible. I always say that when it comes to like topics like this, it depends on the people in the relationship. It's not like you can't generalize it. It can't be everybody, every single man out there. Do you understand? And then for me, if I'm going to be with you, I know what I want from you. Okay, so if like after a month, I know that, okay, this guy, I want to be with you like long term, right? It's in my head already. So if you're not showing the same interest, I know that you are not for me. I'm not coming to beg you to like wake up and say, bruh, what are we doing? Or like, okay, how are things going? What next? No. Because if a man likes you, he will tell you. Men are very protective of the things they love.
Yes.
If a man is leaving you to just do you within 3 months, it means he doesn't really care about building something with you.
Or what about maybe he just feels like you're a strong, independent woman and you don't need to be told what to do? Because there's some men too that they probably come from a home where, there's freedom. There's freedom. Maybe his mom, was free to do whatever she wanted. So in his mind, a woman should be is free to do whatever they want.
But if you're still even with that, there will still be signs that this man really, really likes you and he wants to like go to the next level with you. He's not going to just leave you.
Before you and Drew, I'm sure you've been in with other relationships. Yeah. Was it the same way? Like how Drew treats you, like knowing that after the first month he knew that he wanted to be with you? Have you ever been in a stage where you're talking to somebody for more than 3 months and the guy hasn't made it clear that?
Oh yes, for almost a year. You're
doing talking stage for a year?
Well, I would say talking because we never like moved to like an official level where you're like, okay, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. No, it was just us hanging out, having fun, talking, all of that, right? But there was never like a time where you're like, okay, we're together. Or something like that.
Did you ever ask him, what are we?
At a point I did. So the day I did is when I left.
Because he never made it clear.
Because what do you mean I'm coming to ask you? Yeah, bro, if you really wanted something with me, you would have told me a long time ago. Yeah. I don't have to ask you what we are before you tell me.
But maybe sometimes...
And if it takes too long and you know that it's not going anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because there's some people...
Do you know that at some point, if the guy tells you later on that, oh, okay, let's date... even you've clocked out already.
Yeah, true.
Like you're out of the
Okay,
relationship.
you mean like after like let's say a year that you've been together, and now he's now coming to say, okay, let's date.
No.
You have already clocked out.
Yes.
So if you clocked out, then why are you still in it?
Because we're having fun.
What's the fun?
If you know
Like
what I'm
going
telling you.
out?
Going out, eating, talking, you know.
So why don't you want to continue it then?
Continue
If
what?
he's ready to like, okay, now he's ready.
I know. If you would know, that's what I'm saying. You would always know. And he wasn't ready, so I had to clock out.
You know, sometimes there are some situations, like she's saying, it's been a year. That year, your feelings, emotions, and you know how we girls are. Me like this, I'm a lover girl. Hey, like I can't easily let go.
Okay, so you mean that with you wouldn't let go?
For me, I wouldn't let go.
You would still stay.
Yeah, I'll still stay.
And
you know,
still
try and make us, sort things. 1 year is too much. Only 1 year is too much.
Sure.
1 year is
You
too
be
much.
there now 12 months to come and pass. You don't even realize.
1 year
To
is
be
too
honest.
much. But then me, I'm more about the lovey-dovey stuff. So I would ask you.
Lovey-dovey and
if,
money.
Yeah, if it's
Let's not forget and money. Made it clear.
if it's getting too long, I would ask you, because you said something. Most men are confused. Most men don't know what they want.
They do, baby.
Some
They do.
too. Some too.
Seriously.
As I'm getting older, men know what
Do
they
you know,
want.
I feel like
Some
you've
too,
been
they are
giving
just
them
looking to
grace.
just-
You've been giving them the grace to say,
Yes, but then some too, they're just looking to have
fun. Yeah.
So tell me.
So they know what they want.
That's
but
the
they
thing.
can't
They
tell
can't
you.
tell you.
But you know.
So, do you know why I was watching
You
the
will
video.
see the signs,
The
but you
reason
don't
why
know.
the
Oh,
guy
you will see the signs,
No.
and you have to see the signs for what they are.
But there are some girls who are just dumb and gullible, bro. Like
my
there's some.
God.
This guy was like, yo, he knows the kind of girl that he wants to be with, and he knows the kind of girl he just wants to have fun with. But he will not tell the girl that he wants to just have fun because once she knows, she'll stop fucking him.
Of course.
So most of the time, all the time, if a man wants you, he shows it. Because bro, I've been with a guy before where he knew he wanted to be with me and he was with me. And I've been with a guy for 2-3 years and I don't know, but let me make this about day bonds. I don't know with Monday.
About what?
Day bonds.
Day bonds.
I feel like
What's day bonds?
with Monday bonds.
Okay,
Monday
days of the week.
bonds. Sometimes finding love becomes really hard. Because tell me why.
Oh, yeah, Monday bond.
Yeah, Monday bond.
Oh, okay, and come on.
Tell me why. Why is she laughing?
Because it's a day bonds.
I don't want to say a Monday.
Wait, Monday? No. Wait a minute.
Friday.
Friday board.
On Friday bonds, they're
I
lucky.
mean, I'll tell you.
Oh, but I are always like I'm on fire. So like it's too much. Because tell me why I was with this guy for some time. He's been saying, we've been talking, like eating out and stuff. Then I realized that this guy was acting weird, and I asked him what's up, and then he's like, oh, he's okay and everything. We were in this thing for like 3 months. I went to eat fufu at Couples, East Legon. And then some boy was like, oh, my boy is going to London to go and see his wife. Oh, dear Ben.
Is this the guy that you're talking,
he went to London to see his wife. And I was like, wife? My boy, wife. Me, my boy. How?
So he was married already?
He wasn't married, but
wifey.
Girls, girls, with guys, when you've been in a relationship with a girl for like 3 years, 4 years.
They call her wifey.
Wife. But then with this one, he's been in a relationship with a girl for like 9 years. So it was a thing I couldn't compare. I couldn't compete.
Did they have kids?
They didn't have kids.
9
But their relationship had been
years.
on and off. So when it was off, that's when he met me.
Okay.
Oh.
And me too, because he went to fall. It wasn't small falling. It wasn't small falling.
You're just a lover girl. I mean,
It wasn't it wasn't small. And there's me. He came back. He came to this. I forgave him and took him back.
Trust me, she forgave him and took him back because he had money. If he was broke, she's not taking him back.
No, he didn't give me anything. He didn't used to give me anything.
Okay, so this is the other guy you're talking about then.
No.
It's not him then. Okay. So then you were also, maybe you were younger. You were 17.
I was younger. And then this is my problem.
17 then, you don't care about money.
I didn't grow up with my dad, but I didn't grow up with the love.
Yeah, you mentioned
So
that.
whenever I'm dating somebody, I'm looking for a father figure in you, which is wrong. I'm looking for you to comfort me, hold me, no problem. I'll come and baby today when I went to work, some girl went to.
You're looking for a daddy.
You see, I'm looking for all those protectiveness in one person, and that's my problem. Because every time is that even when we argue, I'm the one who went big.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a serious red flag for yourself.
Yes, a big one.
So how are you working? Do you like that?
I don't like that.
Okay.
And I was so happy that I was able to pinpoint that thing very early. So right now I keep more to myself.
You keep what?
I keep more to myself. Okay. And I'm talking to somebody, or let's say I'm in something with someone at the moment, and the person I'm with, I've already explained that this is how I am.
And like me telling the person that you have daddy issues?
I have daddy issues.
You told the person
I told the person. And then we have him trying to give me that thing that I'm looking for. Because I feel like it's going to be for a lifetime. I don't think there will ever be a day where I'm going to get over this thing. Because listen,
the tongue is very powerful.
Yeah, I know. See, growing up, right?
Child.
You know, when you close school and then all your friends are running and their mommies are standing there, mommy, daddy.
Then you're alone?
And then my dad comes.
Wait a minute. I'm crying. Those are how God people are. Is your godfather like that? Are you gone? Right?
No, I'm not.
She's gone.
Yeah,
okay, but you're not gone.
No, I'm not.
Okay, but your father was gone.
No, my dad is Adam.
Where is that one?
So you see, those kind of things. And then when we go to school the next day, my friends will laugh at me because of that thing. And then it happened several times. See, sometimes he could even hit me in front of my friends. That was how bad it was. And he liked having girls. Like liked having girlfriends. So this is me. I had my own mom. I can't talk to my mom because he doesn't want me to talk to my mom. He doesn't want me to talk to anything. So when I see his girlfriends, like I'm expecting her to give me the love. Like I'm expecting her to hold me, you know. And she can't do that because I'm not a child.
Right.
This is just her boy she's fucking me, and she's trying to look like that mother figure.
Yeah.
So she has to be nice to me.
Right.
And I didn't get it. I tried so hard. I didn't get it. I think that's what makes me always look for that affection whenever I go into a relationship. You know, I'm even going to use my own very relationship I don't want to talk about. I'm going to use this one as an example because in it, right, there were certain issues that were going on that I felt like, but at the end of the day, I'm still the same person that will become soft and go and apologize because I wanted him to hold me at that moment. At that moment, I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to go back and forth. But that's something I'm still working on. I've said it. That's something I'm still working on. I'm still working to not always meet a guy I'm talking to and I'm expecting you to do all those things in the time that we've met.
Because also that person also has their own baggage. You know, they also they also have their own lack of understanding of emotions and how to deal with certain things. So if you're bringing this baggage into a relationship with a guy who is not emotionally intelligent, they will end up hurting you. And sometimes it's unintentional.
True.
Maybe they don't know how to handle the baggage you're bringing.
Let me even use this same comments from our own people. When after the TGM, people were like, you are still talking to your ex and things like that. And then the comments, people are like, she still likes the boy. She still does this. Look at her mannerism. Look at the way she's acting. She's still over the boy and stuff like that. And I feel like, I'm not saying it's true, but I feel like what they were seeing, because I watched some of the videos, from what they were seeing, they were in line.
That what?
Because if this
You're still in love with him?
No.
You still like him?
Like how you were acting with him, like how close you were acting with him.
I saw you was ignoring him. I saw you. Like,
I did ignore him, but I think there's just one video. I think there's this blogger, Sika, posted it. I think he was talking to me, but we were very close.
Okay, I didn't see that.
So people were like, but then this is somebody that I have loved. This is somebody that I have been in bed with before. You know, so even if he had done all those things and, you know, there were issues, there were fights and stuff like that. Like when I see the person, it's a different feeling.
So when you see the person, it's not like you still want to be with them, but you've loved them before, so there's no hates.
Exactly.
But it's not like you want to be with the person again. You just because I think you're a free spirited person, but you need guidance.
Thank you.
You know, because being free spirited, you can be very dumb in your actions because you just love.
Without
and you can be you can be used, you can be emotionally abused, you can be manipulated because people see you to be this girl that she's free. And you know how our people are sometimes. Because you're free, they say you're loose. Because you're free.
Because of this same free-spirited thing, right? I've noticed a certain trend when it comes to my relationships. Once the guy sees like my soft spot or sees that, this is what I'm lacking, he starts being toxic. Yes. He starts being toxic.
So then why would you now tell your current partner that you have daddy issues? Because once they notice these certain things about you, they're going to use it against you and they're going to be toxic. And then instead of you, being...
So you see, we are talking about talking stage. When he gets to meet somebody, you're trying to get to know them.
Yeah.
He made me know certain things that he was looking for.
Okay.
So we had like matured relationship. Matured conversation. So he was trying to tell me that this is what he's looking. He's grown. He doesn't need internet bullshit. He doesn't want his face anywhere.
Right.
And I'm also trying to tell him that, okay, so this is also my part. So I feel like if he hadn't also brought me to come and talk about that issue, I won't have to tell him.
But you don't have to tell him everything. You can tell him some things.
You can still decide
you don't have to tell the person that, I have daddy issues. No, you tell, okay, listen, I'm young. I'm in
That's what I'm saying.
industry.
It's not even everyone. It's not like I don't tell everybody that I've been in something. But it was just this one. Because
are you sure it's just this one?
Because I wasn't
address you.
No, at that time I still wasn't able to get over the one
last
that
issue.
I had left. Like sometimes I can be in my room and be like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done. Before you realize I'm talking to him.
Talking to who?
Talking to him.
Then I'll be the fool.
No, that was then.
I'll be the fool on the phone for 2 hours.
No. If you're listening,
you know me how mad I was when I saw this guy. This girl should be.
No, I'm not saying now.
Girl.
I'm saying then. Before I met who I'm with now. That's what I said.
Okay, so then, but you just met this one recently.
It's not recent. Calm down. Let me.
2 weeks.
With 2 weeks.
But the thing happened.
No.
Hey,
Which thing
what are you talking
happened?
about? Me, I'm confused. Though.
Listen, I was like, before I met this person,
the person you're with right now,
my last relationship ended in February.
The last relationship that happened ended in February, March, April, May, June.
We're in May.
Okay, it happened 3 months ago.
But I'm seeing that after it happened, I still found myself wanting to go back,
right.
wanting to go and talk
because
to
of the
him,
emotions he gave
wanting
you.
to go and beg him. You see that kind of thing?
Oh wow, you have a lot of deep.
Exactly at that time.
Yeah.
But then.
Huh?
No,
but she has like deep rooted. You have a lot of self-love that you need to start building for yourself. Because once you start seeking love outside of people and you don't get it, you will continuously seek it outside of people. Why? Because you're not getting it within yourself. And that's the problem that I used to have.
People will start thinking like you're doing too much.
Yeah, and I didn't have self-love. So I was seeking it outside from maybe the way I dress. Maybe I want attention, so I'll dress half naked so I can get attention from guys. Or I'll talk to guys and try and do everything for them because I want the same thing done for me, but they're not giving it to me because maybe they're not meant to be. So once I started really seeing my self-worth and started loving myself more, I started attracting people who also had the same love for me. Yeah. When you don't love yourself, people see it. And they treat you according to. When you don't have self-worth, people will also give you the value that you don't give yourself. So you have to start building. Let me land. Thank you very much. You have to really start learning how to just love yourself and learn how to be alone. Because you don't give yourself enough time to be alone before you jump into something else. Yeah, true. I used to do that too. Because I hated being alone. I hated. I always want to. I always got a nigga. I always had a nigga. Right now, I've been very single for a very long time. But I always had a nigga because I didn't like being alone. I always wanted somebody to give me affection and attention and love because I didn't grow up with a father. A lot of girls who didn't grow up with a father, they share the same sentiments. They're always looking for that daddy love in a guy, that affection in a guy, that bond in a guy. But some of these guys too, they're now trying to also build themselves. They don't even know themselves. So what you're seeking for in them, they all got their own problems, So you might think a guy is not really treating you the way you want him to treat you, but he might not even be doing it intentionally. But some people do it intentionally, but some of them don't, because them too, they also probably come from a place where they didn't have a father in their life, or they didn't have a woman in their life to show them how it means to love a woman. So sometimes too, we have to give the men grace. Yeah. We talk about how some of these guys in Ghana, they don't know how to be romantic. Bro, I never saw romance in my my household. My stepmother and my stepfather and my mom, I barely saw them going on dates. I barely saw them saying, honey, how was your day? I love you. Or I love you. My mom hugging and I say hugging. But with my sisters, she does because they're more American. So I feel like a lot of these men in Ghana that we say they don't know how to be romantic is because they were not raised in a home where romance was shown. And it becomes a problem for them in their adulthood, where now they're dating these Gen Z girls or Gen X, whatever, where we want to be cuddled. We want affection, and they don't know how to do it. And some of the men, they're not humble enough to want to learn because they're stuck in their ego. But yeah, back to the whole conversation of talking stages and breadcrumbing. And what's the other word?
Love
bombing.
Love bombing. Have you guys ever been love bombed?
Let's Rosie go first.
No.
You've never. Okay, first of all, what's love bombing?
I think it's when like right from the beginning where you're talking to someone, the guy tries to like, I think it's from both sides, right?
Yeah.
The person
But most
tries
of the
to
time
like
it's a mental
show
love bomb.
love. Like he's there for you, he's gifting you, he's doing whatever it is that you want from the beginning.
Yes.
Like 247, the
Yeah.
guy is there. That's love bombing. I don't think it's
And
a
then he
red flag.
disappears.
Yeah.
No.
Ghost.
So love bombing is when they, especially in the
while and then run
word,
away.
they bomb you with all this love.
They
Make you fall.
They make you fall. They're in your head. Like they make sure that they
Yeah,
got you in a place where they want you,
yeah.
and then they start to
leave.
disappear. Now it's like you are needing them, you are wanting them, you are texting
Always
them,
calling them.
always calling them, looking for them. That is love bombing. So none of you guys have ever been in that situation.
No.
What's on here? I want to know what's our
to be-
life, you know.
Me
Maybe
want
I
to.
just silver,
By God's
silver
grace.
platter.
But like I know people that have been through that thing. I think it is quite common. It's not anything
very
like that.
common.
Yeah, it happens all the time. And
me,
it's
I've-
very toxic.
It's a toxic thing. It's an emotional roller coaster.
Sometimes I wonder if they sit and plan, okay, this girl that I'm going to
going to do
propose
this
to,
way.
I'm going to put this money down for love bombing. I'm going to buy her shoes, buy her clothes, do her hair, all
Yeah.
of that, and then leave. And the other time, someone actually said on TikTok that they're like with the sugar daddies, right? They have money for the girls. They are rich,
Yeah.
but they have money that they've put aside for the girls. So if I come and I meet you and then I'm like, okay, it's 10,000 cedis that I want to spend on you. Probably like the first or second day that we're talking, I'll give you like 5,000. Then in your head, they're like, Eesh, okay,
He has
I've got the
money,
money, he's rich. Okay, the next time you probably meet somewhere or like you talk and maybe if you say, oh, I've not eaten, you send like
3K,
1,500. Out of your 10K that you don't know about, then the money is reducing small. Then now, maybe some other time he'll be there, you say, oh, take 500 cedis for airtime. Now you're thinking that, oh, I've gotten the sugar daddy, he's rich.
Yeah.
Then he'll call you, you meet, he'll probably have sex with you or something. That day, he's not going to give you money. But you're okay, oh.
Because he's been doing
Because he's
it.
been giving you.
You trust
Say,
him.
oh, I trust you. Oh, no, today is nothing. Your mind not even go there. Then he would ghost you for a while, for like a week or two. Then you will be chasing now. You'll be calling him, texting him. Then when he's ready to mind you again, he will come back. Come and talk to you. Oh, Aja, how are you doing? It's been, I'm so sorry. I had to travel. He's lying. He's in Ghana.
true. That's
I had to travel. But I'm back now. I want to see you.
Why you?
Even that, you will say okay, but he will still ghost you small. Then he will send you like maybe 1,500. How much is left? 500 cedis. Then he will send
The
you,
men, they don't
he will
try
send you
you.
that 500 cedis again later, and he's done
it.
with
He's
you.
done
You're not
with
going to see him again.
So I think that these people who love bomb, they have narcissistic behavior and they're very controlling.
True,
and they're
true,
very insecure. Like they want to just control everything that you do and
Yes.
control your mind and control
Even
your
how you
behavior
feel.
and how you feel.
True.
You said something about somebody stalk, like he's been a fan.
Yeah, the fan that dated me, yeah.
You know, there can also be somebody that has been seeing if you're Rosie on there, and he's in his mind, his mind that I want to get this girl. So whenever it takes me to get this girl, I'll get this girl.
Yeah, yeah. And then because they
when
probably
he
read
gets
about you.
because now he's seen you in person, like he's had that interaction.
you.
You know, as I see so then
Oh, but different. So it happens all the time. It happens all, even like being like starstruck and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
had this Nigerian lady that I really liked, and then one time I heard that they were coming to Ghana for an opening. So I went to the event, and then after seeing her, like 5 seconds, I was like, okay, so that's
That's
it.
it.
It happens. See,
True.
it
So that
happens
means
even in
it
relationship.
definitely happens with men. But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That means their intentions from the beginning was just to have you because
True.
they were, I guess, infatuated with you.
Yeah.
And it's not really them wanting to know Andrea, but they want to know if you're a dog.
Yeah.
They want to know
Yeah.
the personality.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
you, as a human being, you have to learn how to discern. It's learning how to discern. It's something that you have to really seek from God. You know, like people are wicked. We live in a very evil world where people have evil intentions.
People don't really care about people's feelings,
So when
though.
the end BA, so when the end you're gonna get
take
fucked
advantage
and
of
dumped.
you. True.
Yeah, you're gonna get
True.
fucked, and then you don't have to be telling people the things that's wrong with you. You don't have to tell people that your insecurities. You don't have to tell people that I have daddy issues or like Or, no, I'm not. I'm just because I've done it too.
But with mine, right? It was just because the guy was having that conversation with me at that moment.
But still,
it's still something for you to not do again, just in case maybe if this doesn't work out. I mean, I don't know. True. But like, people are not who they really say they are. Like me, if I go on a date with a guy and a guy tells me, tell me about yourself, I'm not going to tell you about myself. I'm going to show you about myself.
Because you want to listen and act. You want to listen to
what kind of guy do you like?
Yes, then you say everything.
Yeah, and then you start acting.
You be that guy
exactly.
For you.
And then you end up falling for the person. And then now it's like, he starts to show you who he really is. So
I had a friend that was like, she met a guy. They started something. And the guy really liked her. So she was like, she got pregnant. She didn't know, but later on when she saw it, she was like, okay, let me just keep it. I mean, the guy has been doing so much. He's been giving me, he's that guy.
He's present.
So she was like,
present that.
4 months to 5 months into the pregnancy, he'll just wake up and leave the house. He comes back late. She doesn't hear from him. So from that 5 months till she delivered, the guy was different.
She still kept it.
I mean, after 4 months, you can't really abort it.
You can't abort it. After 3 months, you can't abort it.
Yeah, 3 months.
You have to keep it. If you abort, you die.
No, not most cases you do die, but there are some cases where people 4 months and they still abort, but it's very dangerous. But yeah, so you said after she gave birth, what happened?
So after she gave birth, now the guy is coming back to how he used to be before.
So then maybe while she was pregnant, her emotions were very, because when you're pregnant, you're going through a lot of emotional roller coaster. So maybe how she was behaving in the house, he couldn't deal with it.
But leaving her too, I don't think leaving her was an option.
But maybe he said
if somebody likes you,
no.
He said if somebody likes you, the person likes you for you, right? And if a man likes you, you have his baby, at least.
No, but there are some situations where you like, I can't be in love with you, right? Even with Joe, let me use him as an example. There's some things that he would do that I'm like, I don't like this thing. Just because I love you so much and I love you for you doesn't mean you're not going to do some things that would probably piss me off or something. You understand?
Exactly.
But that is why you need to communicate. You don't have to run away and leave me, especially when I'm pregnant. That's wickedness. Yeah. Maybe I'll not understand you because you haven't spoken to me about it to tell me that, okay, maybe you're doing too much or your emotions, or you could have even spoken to the girl and maybe she would calm down. But like leaving, I don't think is a good option.
But why do you guys think also that when people are dating, everything is great, but once dating and not married, when they're dating, everything is great, but then once pregnancy comes and gets involved and the girl delivers and has a kid, the relationship goes sour? Because most of the time, you see it all the time. People are lovey-dovey, they're happy in a relationship, but then once the girl gets pregnant and decides to keep the child, maybe they both actually agree to have the child, and then once the baby comes, the man just changes and then they end up breaking up.
From the stories that I've read or seen online, I would say it's postpartum depression on the women's side. Mostly after she gives birth, she starts acting up, she starts talking to you anyhow. And those little things that you're doing pushes the man away. So with that side, that's what I know when it comes to postpartum depression. But then I don't know about other people. Like let's hear from Rosie.
I think that, first of all, it was just you two in a relationship. You are so used to being with each other, right? Like just you in the house, wherever you are. And then all of a sudden, there's a new introduction into the family. There's some baby somewhere crying all night. You're not getting enough rest. You're not probably comfortable. Or maybe you're not used to living with someone else, which is the baby. And the reason why sometimes it gets really bad to the extent that they have to separate is because instead of talking about the issue and addressing it and then finding ways to actually work things out, they don't. They'll just say, okay, this is what it is. Let's accept it and move on. But maybe if people actually take time to talk about it and then know that, okay, this is what it is. We have a new addition to the family. It is quite uncomfortable. Maybe you're not used to it. What can we do to make it better? How are we going to control things now? What do we do to keep the relationship going? So maybe it will get better.
This all boils down to how mature the person is.
Exactly.
Not the age, but the maturity in the person, how emotionally mature the person is. Because at the end of the day, yes, the baby is coming. It's going to definitely create a huge change in the relationship, especially from the woman's side, because when her body changes, the baby crying up all night and having to breastfeed, the pain that the person has to go through. So as a man who is mature and understands that the woman's body is changing, he's going to be your helpmate, not be the person who runs away.
Yeah.
So it depends on the man and how mature he is. Because even like when I get my period, my body changes. My emotion changes. How I feel about certain foods, I don't feel the same way about it. So imagine having a new addition. That's why it's really, really important to be married, not married going to the altar, but married in the mind.
Yeah.
Both of you have to have the same mind. Both of your minds have to be in God, which is in Christ, which is in the higher self. So once both of you guys are married mentally, emotionally, you're married, and then physically you're married. So a lot of people are married physically, and in the marriage there's divorce. Like in the marriage, there's unhappiness. In the marriage, there's no unity. So I feel like in a lot of situations that we as women get ourselves into, especially when it comes to relationships, we really have to be careful. Like me right now, I said right now, I'm not going to date. Well, if I'm going to date, I'm not having sex. I'm not having sex until I know for a fact this man is my husband. Because bro, like I've been dating all my motherfucking life, and there's nothing that I feel like I've always put my best foot forward. When I was at my worst, meaning that when I didn't have self-love, when I didn't have self-worth, I was even still being great to the person. But now that I do have the self-love and self-worth, like I want to make sure that this person that I'm dating, they see me in the light that I see myself in. And they also see themselves in that light, and our mind have to be in sync. It has to be the same. And if a man really wants to be with you, he will move heaven and earth for you, and he will wait. If you tell the person that, I don't want to have sex until that you put a ring on my finger, if that man really wants you, he will wait, because men, when they want something, they'll do anything for it.
Sure.
So it depends on you as a woman, how you value yourself, how much you love yourself. Because if you cannot love yourself, nobody else is going to love you. If you don't value yourself, nobody else is going to give you that value that you feel like you deserve. So with men, I know for a fact, because men get married people are getting married every day.
Every single day.
Who is marrying who? It's the man that's marrying the woman because they know what they want.
True, yeah.
And they found that woman to be worthy of a ring or of the commitment. So then at the end, like I said, at the end of the day, everybody know what they're doing in this fucking life, bro. Some of these men, they know what they're doing. They know that they're manipulative, and they know that they can get a young girl that they can control. A lot of these older men, they like dating young girls.
They like that a lot.
They like dating young girls because when you're young,
they can control you. They can tell you what to do. They can buy you with money. They can, bro.
And not even just money. They can buy with their emotions. They're manipulative, And as a woman, you're now understanding life. You're now growing, especially when you didn't come from a 2-parent home. Especially when you come from a broken home, you can have a mother and father there, but there's no love in the house. So you're still seeking love outside. So as a woman growing up and, dating, don't look at social media. When you look at social media, you think that everything is all glittery and everything is all jelly, or somebody's life and how somebody is seeing love is how love really is. That person's perception of love could just be money. A man is tricking on me, so that's love. Or a man is giving me just attention, so that's love. Somebody's perception of love is not really what love is. So don't take what somebody's perception is and make it your own.
So stemming down from the talking of like marriages, like men knowing what they want, have we finally agreed that men are the prize? Or are we coming to a conclusion that men are the prize?
First of all, ain't nobody's the prize. Everybody's the prize.
What do you even mean by prize?
Prize as in back in the day, it's like the men would be chasing the woman. So the men would be chasing the woman. Now it's like the men want to be chased. The men want to be chased because there's women who are chasing them.
Yeah, of course.
There are women who are chasing men. There are women who don't have self-worth. Like, I'm sorry, Adjo, I'm going to use you for an example. You said at the time when maybe you're arguing with a guy, even though he's wrong, you would be the one going to him and just because you want comfort. So men are being chased by women who are chasers. So then now they see themselves to be the prize. But we also have men who see themselves to be a man and know that a woman is... I don't like saying that anybody is the prize, bro. I see the value in myself. you should see the value in yourself. We are both bringing 100 into this relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing 50 and you're not bringing 50. We're both bringing 100%. If it works out, great. And if it doesn't work out, I gain something from the relationship. I learned something about myself that I didn't learn before.
True.
I became a better version of myself in the relationship. So if you want to tune your mind and think that men are the prize, you're always going to see men to be the prize and be chasing
you'd always
after them.
chase them. Yeah.
To me, I don't feel like men are the prize. Neither are women the prize. But when you find yourself in certain situations or certain relationships, you are the prize. Just make yourself the prize. Because sometimes when you make yourself the prize, you are able to like leave certain situations. You are able to analyze certain things without using your feelings. Because once you use your feelings to analyze things, everything you do just becomes wrong. And sometimes when men start feeling like they are the prize, that is when I said about they starting being toxic, treating you anyhow, because he sees that wherever he's going to do, you're still going to stay.
Right.
And don't learn from that. That's my mistake. Don't learn from it. It's and it just makes you so vulnerable. And at that moment, you're not supposed to be, because once, yes, he might have to see your vulnerability. I mean, you're human. But then if he sees it too much, or he's seeing that, things that he's doing are getting to you, then it starts making you look like you're losing your worth. Like you don't even know your worth in the relationship, or you don't even know why you are with this particular person.
That's why a lot of men who cheat and their partners stay with them, they end up cheating again because their partners never leave.
Of course.
The same thing with abusers.
That you forgive them.
The same thing with men who abuse. Once they hit you and you don't leave, you stay. They continuously beat you. So
okay, so don't you think men change at some point? Don't you think that they should be given the grace to change?
So I have to.
For you?
No. So I have to wait for you to get to a point where you have sense that you shouldn't hit me. Then you, at what time do I leave for you to change? Or do you change after I leave? When are you changing? Let's talk about the abusive ones. As a man who beats on women, okay? If you hit me once, do I have to wait till you hit me 5 times or you beat the shit out of me?
What if he never does? What if he changes right after? What if it was a mistake?
Let me bring this change
thing
inside.
A mistake? You putting your hands on me is a mistake?
What if?
Bitch,
let me bring this change thing inside.
Crazy.
So there's a man I know. I'm not going to say who he is, but there's a man I know, and he beats with the women he's in a relationship with. Well, I've seen him beat his woman. Okay, and then intend to he beats me as well.
Oh,
yeah. I still have the max to date. It's on my skin.
He had beat you.
Well, what did you do?
That's my dad.
What do you mean? What did he do? Do you have to do nothing?
No. Do you know? I'm thinking, right? Let's say if it's you, right?
In this case,
you're in a relationship and your boyfriend is beating you, and then he beats me. That's why I'm asking that. What did you do?
In this case, she's saying that if he's able to hit you, that means he's able to hit another woman as well.
Other people.
Wow. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so who was the person? You said it was your dad?
Yeah.
In African households, Black households, because a lot of white people, they don't really believe in beating to discipline their kids. They give them time out. But a lot of Black households or brown skin, whatever, they beat their kids as a form of, I love you and I want you to be better. So I'm going to beat you until you become a better version of yourself. So now it's become a norm that, okay, if somebody is beating someone, it means they love the person. So as a child or as a woman, you grow and you grow in a household where you've been beaten all of your life because your mom said or your father said that they love you. So when you get into a relationship, if your man beats you, to you it's normal. Because you grew up in a household where you were being beaten, and that was a form of love. Is that right? Because that's part of our culture. Is to be, even in school, they beat kids because you got that question wrong. Your homework, you did your homework.
When you're late to school, you were late for school, they beat you, they whip you. Bro.
It's toxic, and we've made it a norm, and we've accepted it. And then people get into relationships and they're beating their partners because when they were young, they were being beaten.
To correct them.
First of all, I think that it's a very bad thing that some parents used to do to their kids. Right now, with the generation that we are in, I think people are changing. Things are evolving. People are getting to learn.
Stopped the beating.
Yes. Most schools don't do that anymore, right? And then also, even with the women, do you know that some people actually date and they expect their men to beat them because if you don't beat me, you don't love me.
Yeah.
I saw some TikTok videos say,
"Hey, God, that beg."
People are even saying I should leave you because you beat me, but I'll never leave you. It's me and you forever.
Yeah. Because in their mind,
they've been blame them.
They've been psyched that it's okay. Although it's never okay for a man to hit a woman or a woman to hit a man.
It's not.
There's a huge double standard when a woman hits a guy. Okay, because when a woman hits a guy, it's okay. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. But when a guy hits a woman, obviously they're stronger. But putting your hands on anybody is wrong from the onset.
It's
you know.
wrong.
So in our culture, we've made it a norm to beat people, and it's okay because you're beating me because you love me. Man, I don't mind you choking me when we're doing a thing.
But
that's
beating
different.
me,
yeah,
bro.
beating me, you know, or even shaking
because
me
I'm
up.
wrong or something.
Right,
No,
you can shake somebody up like, oh, tell you like you for relax, but putting your hands on someone,
Sweet, some people
they're
actually
fucking
slap their
crazy.
girlfriends.
You have no self-control.
Stemming down from my own, talking about me being. So if I was being beaten whilst I was a kid, growing up, there's no way that I would enter into a relationship and I want you to hit me. No.
But some people,
thank God that you have that knowledge, right? But some people don't. They've accepted because they've been beaten all their lives. See, even when they eat and it falls down, they'll beat them for that because I love you and I'm straightening you.
guys,
or I'm trying to make sure that you are good.
Do you guys
know, so they're
remember
used to it.
the lady that died because her husband beat her?
The actor, the singer,
musician?
the singer,
And then the guy was sentenced to death.
Yeah, recently.
So he beat her, then later on she died from complications in the hospital. But then this means that he normally beats her.
Yes.
So now him being sentenced to death, do you think that's a fair sentence? Like, or they should have just? I feel like that's an easy way out.
Let's Rosie answer this one.
Honestly, I don't want to judge when it comes to these things.
Hey, me, I'm judging.
I don't want to judge. It's a sin. Like, bruh.
I feel like it's an easy way out. Him being.
What do you think? Who do you think should have done?
So
should have
you
been
should stay in jail and suffer.
He has caused something.
Because Nigerian jail is no different. No, but that's not living. No, that's surviving. Living life is, on a beach, living your life. But he's suffering in jail. He has to suffer before he has to die in jail.
That's what I was also thinking. I was like, the death is too
easy way out.
Too easy. Like, you should have gone to jail for some time because from recounting some of the things that her family members came out to say, people that she was in the same church with, they even came out to say, you could see that she's been suffering in silence for long.
Please leave those toxic relationships. If they are beating you, walk away, I beg. There are good people out there, even the men who are quiet. If your girlfriend is slapping you, leave, before you die. And the funny thing, it's always easier to talk about telling somebody to leave when you're not in a situation.
But like, and not like it's a very sensitive conversation. It's like telling a prostitute to stop prostituting. Okay, if I stop prostituting
because of the money, would you feed me?
How are you going to? Yeah. No, what I'm trying to say is like, telling a prostitute to stop prostituting. Are you gonna provide something for them? So if you tell somebody to, ladies, leave your boyfriend. Maybe he's a sole caretaker for her. Maybe she's also like emotionally unstable. Maybe she doesn't have anybody. Maybe she's what's the word? Not homeless, but like she has no family, an orphan. You
eventually get you do well. Just
but
leave.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, and that's what I'm saying. The reason it's not easy. So
stay to die first.
It has to be a form of like letting the person know that there's more love within yourself than finding it outside.
Yeah.
So once you understand the love that you have within yourself, you now get to have the strength to be able to maybe walk away from certain toxic situations that you didn't know you had the power to walk away from, or maybe seeing other women who were in your situation that were able to leave that situation. Like when Adwa is talking, I can see that there's a possibility for her to become a better version of herself. Why? Because I was in that situation and then I was able to come and become this better version of myself. So it's very hard to like tell women who are or tell people who are in certain situations to just, leave. Bro, if you're not in somebody's shoes, you really can't dictate to them and tell them how they're supposed to act or react in a situation. But back to the whole love bombing and the talking stage with these niggas.
Breadcrumbing or what's
breadcrumbing. I didn't know what the hell breadcrumbing was until like last month when I was on TikTok and the guy was explaining what breadcrumbing is.
And then you realized that happened to you before.
That this nigga is breadcrumbing me. So I posted on my Snap because he watches my Snap at that time. I'm like, no, I think I posted a video of the guy talking about breadcrumbs. And later on, he came to text me, are you talking about me? And I'm like, you see, they always know, aware of what they're doing.
They always know.
Men are aware of the breadcrumb that they're crumbing, the love bombing that they're doing. So you as a human being, because it could go both ways.
Yeah.
Some women also breadcrumbs, some women also love bomb. I feel like it's a humanistic thing. But most of the time, man, you as an individual, I think you just need to know your worth. Knowing your worth can save you so much time and so much trouble, so much dicks from entering your vagina. Honestly, like
But then I want to ask something. Self-worth or self-love doesn't come easily. I was trying to say something that you remember the episode we had with Nana Tornado. Tornado. He was asking me about some self-confidence thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, like this, I will say it again. I am still on that path.
Yeah.
You know, so you are already grown.
No, I'm still on. So growing.
Well, but you know how to. So I want to ask you if you know certain ways that is going to help you if you're trying to achieve that self-love, that self-worth.
Okay, so before I used to give in more than I was getting because I wanted to be loved so hard. So I was showing the person how I want to be loved by showing them the love that I wanted. And the person wasn't giving it to me. And the funny thing is a lot of these relationships that break you, they make you. Because once you go into something and it's not helping you or you start to cry or, you know, you're getting broken heart, the broken heart actually helps you to know what not to do in your next relationship.
Yeah.
So the self-worth comes from all these people fucking you over. It's like, bro, I'm being a good person. So why are these people not giving me the love that I'm giving them? So you realize that it's not about them, it's about you. It's about loving yourself enough to not be stepped around, to not be stepped on. It's about loving yourself enough to not allow people to manipulate you or to use you. It's about being tired. Bro, when you're not tired of a situation, you're gonna stay in it. When you're not emotionally tired or mentally tired from a situation, you're going to stay in it. So it's like, how tired are you? You have to be tired enough to want to leave or to actually want to stop being treated a certain way. So my last relationship was like when 2022 or 23, that was the relationship that got me to my higher self because I was like, I did all of these things for this person and it still wasn't enough. He still ended up leaving me to be with somebody else. So that breakup made me wake up. Like, okay, that means that I have to love myself enough for another person to actually want to give me the love that I give myself. I have to respect myself enough for that person to actually want to respect me. Because what you don't do for yourself, why would somebody else do it for you?
True.
The love you don't give yourself, why should somebody else give you that love? So the measure of love that you're giving yourself is the measure that you want other people to also give you. So you, Ajwa, if a guy a situation has happened and the guy is at fault, let him know he's at fault and don't go crying to him. Because at the end of the day, he's going to say, this girl, she loves me too much. So I can do whatever I want. She won't go anywhere. And that's just how it is. People see how much you love or you don't love yourself and they will treat you according to that.
That's true.
They ride on it. So right now, dear, as a nigga like me, some of these guys, and me too, I'll show you so much love. You think I love you so much, but you act up and you see. No, act the fuck up and you go and see. Like, I'll just stop texting you. I won't mind you. I'll go through this and I'll talk to you because I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing and you also know what you're doing. You know? Like, at the end of the day, when you love yourself enough, you don't really care too much about how a man is going to treat you because you've already given yourself that love. And you already validated within yourself. So let's talk about ghosting. First of all, what is ghosting?
It's shum.
When a person you've been talking to for so long just like disappears
out of the blue,
and they give you no explanation as to why they. I think I've ghosted before. And the reason
I was going to sympathize with you. But why? Okay, why? Tell us why.
His dick was so small.
Oh.
He was such a nice guy. Like, no. And somebody would say, maybe my vagina is big. No. The vagina hole, it does not expand like that. Even after you give birth, it goes back. It goes back. No, that's what I want to explain. The vagina, if people really know about the human body, the vagina, it goes back to its normal shape, even no matter how big of a penis has entered or even if a baby comes out. So it's not because my whatever. But yeah, I ghosted him because like it was just so small. And I really liked him. Like he was a very sweet guy. Like he did everything, you know. But how do I tell a guy, yo, your dick is too small?
You could have gotten like penis enlargement.
Those things don't work. They don't work. It's a lie.
Are you sure?
They don't work. It's a lie, I beg.
I thought the herbal hospitals, they had something.
They don't work. I beg. I think it works at the time, and then it goes back to its normal size.
So why not? Maybe when you want to use it, then you...
So every time I have to not be waiting. After I wait for him to be pumping his penis, make sure I continue. for your thing to enlarge. But I was younger. My communicating skills weren't as good. But how do you tell someone, yo, your dick is too small, I can't fuck with you?
It's not possible. Me, I can't even say.
I can't say that. I have to ghost you.
Oh, but he was a good man.
He was so sweet. Like, he was so calm. Like, I was like, this guy, he would have married me.
No,
but I cannot marry a small penis. So it plays a factor in marriage. What is what there already?
Ghosting.
Yeah, I know how to eat the coochie, but even then, have you ever been ghosted?
No, I've not ghosted. I've not been ghosted by somebody, but I have ghosted somebody because I felt like he wasn't having
the aura.
Not the aura, but sometimes he might say some things that are off, and I'm like, think before you talk. That kind of thing. It turns me off. It turns me off.
So did you tell him? So you just ghosted?
I just ghosted him.
How long were you talking to him for?
Oh, those ones I don't remember.
No, because with the guy that I was talking to, and the thing is, we were talking, and I think that's why he never really tried to have sex with me.
Yeah,
because we were talking for like a good 5 months before like anything sexual happened. Yeah, so I think he also was kind of insecure.
You didn't help. You didn't help.
I didn't help. Wherever you are. Wherever you are. He's on my Snap. I watch him still.
Oh. If you
so you can't say anything. He gave me a dog before. That dog was so bad. He ran away. I felt bad, but I'm sure he'll meet someone.
If please.
Better.
You left him.
Maybe
that's it. No, you left him. It's done.
I hope that he meets someone that's understanding of the situation. Oh, there's some girls because he has money too. So maybe the girl she'll stay because he has money and fucking somebody else. Have you ever been ghosted?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
But I think so he ghosted me for a while and then came back. It was on and off, that kind of thing. Where they'll come back, he come and say, oh, I'm so sorry.
And you accepted him back?
So busy. Oh, yes, at the
traveled.
time.
Oh,
my mom was saying,
I didn't last, bro. I knew that this thing is not going anywhere.
Obviously, you never ghosted anyone.
No, I haven't.
But I feel like a lot of people ghost for many reasons. The lack of communication. Like
me, like in friendships, I have ghosted people.
Yeah, friendships.
Several times.
Have you
ghosted people?
Yes. Because tell me why I'm in this group of friends or group of girls.
That's why you're asking. I don't know. You're asking to tell you why.
And then you feel like I've said something, I've done something. Tell me, woman to woman, let's sort it out. But you guys go and sit together somewhere
and talk about it.
And say, I'd rather this.
Ganging up and talking to me.
Without coming from AliExpress.
Without coming. Play today. I'll tell you too.
So, then sit somewhere there talking, and I'm like, look, if I did something, tell me I did it. You don't have to go and. So I just left the group. You've ghosted. What did you say? You say you've ghosted friends before?
Yeah, several times.
What reason? What's the reason? Same reason?
I think with one. Charlie, it wasn't going mean. I knew that this friendship, there was nothing that was going to come out of it. We were just like hanging out. If you're not going to the club, you're not talking. That kind of things. I'm like, nah.
Okay, so
it just happened. I just left.
You know, club friends are the worst.
They're not friends though.
Yeah, they're just, but like still, friends. I just left.
That don't say they're the worst.
They're not
or maybe
friends.
Girls you meet in the club.
Nah, I can't.
You can meet someone in the club and be friends with the person.
Oh, sometimes it happens. So it happens.
I've ghosted friends before. Yes, I have. I ghosted someone who would talk so much shit about me, and the people would believe it because they always saw her with me.
Yeah,
and then like,
they're close to you.
And she was a pathological liar and believed in her own lies. This girl. If I mention her name, the whole Accra knows this girl. Oh yeah, Beifo and Kasa. Yo, this girl will be walking with you. And as she's walking with you, she's
texting.
She's talking shit about you and streaking. Like, she used to come to my house all the time. I mean, when I'm at my house, I'm always naked, you know? And then she'll be secretly recording videos of you. And then she has different videos of different people in her phone, naked, so like her friends. And then she'll send it to people, like, maybe you're unaware. Then she'll streak it to people, send it to people. How did I find out? I went through her phone. She was sleeping. I know how to get to people's phone, the passwords. And I saw it. So ever since that day, but there was other things too, but I was hearing from other people. But you know me, I'm the kind of person, like, I don't like to believe what other people are saying. I like to actually go through it myself. So when I saw that in her phone, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, why do you have this video of me? I never confronted her about it. I just stopped talking to her.
She would have lied still.
Did you delete the
I didn't even
videos?
delete the videos, my Gio. I'm thinking about it now. I never even deleted the video. I think I was just in shock because like, I mean, to me, I had my underwear and my bra, and those times I was always half naked. So I mean, the whole world had already seen my ass and my little titties that
still,
are non-existent. But
it
it's
was
like
bad.
for her to like secretly record me, it's like, why do you have that? So like, yeah, I've ghosted friends because like there was no benefit.
True.
Maybe it was leading me in a path that was astray.
Have you girls ever seeked closure after ghosting somebody or after being ghosted?
Yes. Well, not ghosted, but after maybe a relationship, like I was seeking closure and I wasn't getting it and I wanted it so bad. But then I realized that, nah, I'm not
never get
No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself.
you have to save
No one is
yourself.
coming to save
But you were
you.
seeking the closure before?
I can see that I have always seeked closure because I want to
Yeah.
understand why I went
Yeah,
wrong.
like why? But I feel like, but like, yeah, at the end of the day, like me, I was seeking the closure. I never got the closure and I understood that, you know, at the end of the closure, I have to give the closure to myself. I have to understand, this relationship, it didn't go, it didn't work well, but what did I gain from it?
True.
Most of the time, you really have to look at the the glass half full, but not half empty. So whatever happened in the relationship, it made me become this better version of myself.
Yeah.
So now we have these stories of people and their relationships that I feel like we should read out and see if we can give them some kind of closure.
Okay.
So you go first.
So let me take the first one. So this girl slides into my DMs after I comment on a meme page we both follow. She's funny, cute, and we start talking. Like heavy texting from day one. At first, it's flirty and deep. She's asking about my childhood, my trauma, my zodiac chart, everything. I'm like, okay, this might be something. But here's the thing. She never actually wanted to meet. Every time I suggested hanging out, she would have some excuse, family emergency, dog sitting, not ready yet. She even once said, meeting in person would ruin the energy. We texted nonstop for almost 2 months. She knew what I ate for breakfast, my work stress, my Spotify playlist. Ooh. But we never FaceTimed, never met, not even a phone call. Then one day, she stopped replying mid-convo. Just like that. Gone. I counted. We had 47 different text threads. And it was all digital delusion.
Oh my God! So she was. They were talking to What you call those? Oh, there's a show
Catfish.
about this catfish.
Yes.
It was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, I've been catfished before.
Really?
You've been through it too.
I was in love with this person that did not exist, and we had never FaceTimed. We were just texting. We never video called. We never phone called. Nothing.
And catfishes have your
I
time
think
move.
they
have
And
your
you can
time.
It happened
spend.
to me before.
It happened to me before.
The guy was in Nigeria. I don't know what happened. He started texting on, was it WhatsApp? The person had a number and then we used to talk a lot. And then he gave me an Instagram account that it was him. Right? So we used to like each other's picture. I don't know how that also happened. But so the actual person on the Instagram used to like my pictures. I would like his pictures. He even followed me. I followed him back. But this person that I was talking to that I thought was real wasn't even real.
Oh my goodness.
And the person was in Ghana here.
Oh.
So later, when I fell in love, I was like, okay, I want to see you. At some point, I was
you're
like,
lucky
nah, I want
you
to
didn't
see
send him
you. He used
yourself.
to give me
Yes.
locations and then everything. He'll be like, oh, I'm in Ghana now, let me see you. He would give me a location. I'll pick an Uber and go.
And
I'll
he's
get
not
there. He'll
there.
tell me that, oh, I can't see you today. I'll get mad. I'll go home. He'll call me. I'm so sorry.
Hey, these people have time.
It's not small.
Do you know the guy I told you I was dating, the fan?
Yes, yeah.
So let me tell you what happened. The real story.
Tell us.
This nigga, first he came to my DMs on Snapchat pretending to be a footballer, a very famous footballer. Okay, me them time I don't really know football, but I knew so
Yeah.
okay. So he told me this is who he is, and he actually wanted a celebrity friend of mine. That time I wasn't really a fielder. I was growing a fielder. But this person I was close to, they were a celebrity public figure. And so, Openo, how can I link him? I'm like, I don't know how to go to her like that, but I'll tell her that, this guy wants to talk to you. So I told her, so she's not interested. So later on, he and I just started talking, becoming cool on Snapchat. So I added him on Snapchat. So we're talking, we're vibing. And then I added him on WhatsApp. He gave me his WhatsApp number. So then I see the profile picture is he's in his football jersey or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I got me a little football. I'm happy. Whatever. I'm talking to a footballer. We're texting. And I'm like, why we never talk on the phone? Mm-hmm. So then we started talking on the phone. Cool. Why don't we video call? And every time it's always an issue. It's always something we can't video call. So then this time he has positioned himself to me that he's a footballer. Cool. So then one day, out of curiosity, I said, let me go and Google this footballer's name. Because I had never done that. So I Googled the footballer's name. It's him, the image and the picture. And then I go and watch an interview. The interview that I watched, this guy has a French accent. But the person I've been talking to this whole time had a UK British accent. I said, what the fuck? So now, I mentioned his name. I'm like, who are you? Mm-hmm. And I sent him the video of the what I watched to him.
Oh my God.
He started now calling me back to back. I didn't want to pick it, then I picked up. He's like, yo, okay, I'm going to be honest. So that's my brother. He's still lying. The footballer he said they have different fathers, and it was his brother who really wanted to talk to the said person, but later on his brother didn't want to talk, so that he now started speaking for his brother. He now came to like me. And I'm like I'm confused. Me to me, Jimmy, I accepted what he was saying, that they have different fathers, and that his brother is the footballer, but he's not a footballer, but he really likes me. So then we started talking, and that was my red flag from the beginning, that I didn't stop.
God.
So he was a fan of mine the whole time, and his intentions was not to talk to that celebrity, but to talk to me.
You.
But he had to lie about, bro, the things this guy put me through. He told me he was going to buy me a car. I told my mom. He said I should now pick out what kind of car I want, So me too, I'm online selecting, choosing the kind of car I want. Babes, he said, okay, now they're going to bring the car to me next week. Next week came, the car never came.
Another excuse.
Then my mom said, Andrea, if you're oh boy, Jimmy, and I was Jimmy as a boy in Jimmy. Who made Jimmy from almost share dome. So then I forgive him for the car. So then after that we met, I went to go visit him and see him. Then he's actually who he said he is on the phone. We're vibing, everything is great. I come back to New York, and now he's like, oh, he wants us to move in together.
Hey. And he said
I
yes.
just started looking for apartments in London.
You done so you look for it.
Me too, I'm looking for apartments. That's how I was dumb. I was young and dumb. I'm looking for apartments, and the story is plenty. I almost got his name tattooed on me. Again.
But let me tell you how I caught the other guy. So now it got to a point I was like, nah, this guy, there's something about you, because there's always like an excuse.
Right.
Can I call you on video? No, I'm busy, I'm at work, I'm this, and he'll be sending you videos. So if when the real guy on Instagram posts, then he'll go and screen record and then edit and come and post on his snap.
Are you serious?
Yes, the same thing. And I didn't even know.
My guy too.
So I'm like,
what was his name? Was he Ghanaian?
Yes, the person that was messing up was Ghanaian.
Oh no, the person.
Then I started calling the other guy on Instagram, like video, because I wanted to see your face.
Right, the real one.
I called. That's still texting me. I'm like, why are you doing this? I want to see your face. And he's like, who is this?
Was that person popular?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He was like, who is this? Like, who are you? Please, I don't know you. I'm not giving you my number. You haven't spoken before. Like, stop calling me on video. I'm like, no, it is you. I sent him screenshots. He's like, no, I'm sorry, but it's not me. Then he called me on video, and he's like, nah, I'm so sorry, but like,
you've been catfished.
Then we started talthen and we became friends.
Cool. The guy, the same thing. He told me he had kids. He had a daughter, a Salia. He would like let's say oatmeal, right? Yeah. He would put 2 bowls, one for him, one for the kid. But there was never a kid, there was never a kid. He would purposely go to a kid's birthday party and record like birthday shenanigans. There was never a kid. He would purposely screen record the actual person's, like the kids' videos on Instagram, and then come and post it on Snapchat and making me think that he's with the kid or like he has a kid. The whole time he never had a kid. John McKendy, that's his name. His name was John. He never had a kid. Bro,
Hey.
So you do know what happened? My best friend was like, Andrea, this nigga, he's not real. Like what? Like, because there was a lot of things he was putting me through. He said, find the baby mama's page and DM her and ask her like if they're together. So I used a fake page because that's when I had a verified chest. I didn't want to. So I used a fake page. I'm like, oh, hi, my name is so and so. I know you're dating John, but I wanted to know if you guys are still together. So I sent the picture of John and I sent the picture of the kid. She said, that's my child, but who is this guy? And I was like, wait, this is your child? Yeah, but how did you get a picture of my child and who is this guy? I'm like, well, this guy's name is John. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know how the fuck you got my child. I'm like, so you never dated? Because he was to tell me, oh, him and his baby mama, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that, but the girl doesn't even know who he is. The kid does not belong to him. Come to find out. Come to find
Your
out.
catfish did a lot.
Listen, this is a real life catfish show, and not my catfish. So I went to find the actual baby daddy's page, and all the videos that John was posting was the videos from the baby daddy's page. The tattoo on the baby daddy arm, John did the same. He was obsessed with the baby daddy. I don't know why. And the baby daddy was also a footballer. So I ended up DMing the baby daddy. Like, yo, do you know this guy called John? I've been talking to him for a while. He's been posting your kids' videos because the baby daddy and the baby mama, they weren't together anymore. He's like, oh yeah, I know John, but like from football a long time ago, like they used to play like, you know, not the major league, but the small. Yeah. From a long time ago, they were cool, but like that's it. I'm like, John has been using I've been talking to John this whole time. He's been using your daughter's Salia's picture the whole time to make me think that he's like, yo, that's crazy. God. But then what's good?
Creepy.
The guy said, what's good? He wants to talk to the guy wants to now talk to me.
What's good?
The baby daddy that wants to be talking to me. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm already traumatized.
Yeah.
So John, the whole time, was maybe aspiring to be like this guy, and he was just a fraud. And come to find out again, he now was talking to somebody else that I knew. Yeah. I tried to warn her, but she was in a whole Delulu line. He has a sweet Nigerian men. They can sweet talk you. So the next story, Rosie, you read it.
Okay.
John McKinley.
So I met this guy on Hinge who told me by day 2 that he had been waiting for a woman like me. He planned weekend getaways, sent me coffee every morning via delivery, and made me playlists titled things like For My Wife. Within 3 weeks, he told me he loved me. Not like falling in love, straight up, I love you and I want to marry you someday. He met my mom over FaceTime, called her mom-in-law. My friends were like, girl, red flag, but I was already in it. Then poof, the energy shifted. He stopped texting in the mornings, cancelled one of our weekend plans with no explanation. I asked him if something was wrong and he said, I think we moved too fast. A week later, he blocked me on everything. Turns out he had a whole other girlfriend in a different city.
That's wild. But that's not
That'd
easy.
be painful.
That is crazy.
So he was... So what did he want from this girl?
It was love bombing.
It was love bombing. And
there was never love in the first place.
Yeah, but usually love bombing is not love.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Love bombing is just one.
And you were like, you were pushing things. You said, I love you, everything. I want to marry you.
Do you
And
know
then
the
all of a
first
sudden-
red flag?
Which
It's
one?
the dating app.
Is it what?
It's the dating app.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, so people get married from dating
Yeah,
apps.
people
Some
actually
people
meet
do.
people.
But then, like, it's a dating app.
And so people to date. And end up and meet up each other and then love and then find love.
So definitely you meet people like this.
Oh.
It's just
Why in real life
one
you
out
meet
of
people
10.
like this?
Yes, but it's just 1 out of 10. Oh, I think the last time somebody was using my pictures on Tinder, and some people were saying I've scammed them and things. So I wanted to go and check, like, the pictures on Tinder. I went to Tinder, I was scrolling, then the men there, I was like, so these are the men who come and look for a dating app.
No, but like that's really crazy. I feel
crazy.
like a lot of these men sometimes they get bored in their relationships they're in and they're looking for excitement.
Or maybe to sometimes they can be in it, they feel like, oh, but nobody's supposed to find out. They may be unexpectedly for them, their girlfriends find out. So now he
now they
has
have
to
to
cut.
leave the other
He has to
person.
cut
Right,
ties
he
with
has to
you.
choose between who
You
they
know, so
want.
sometimes it's not maybe like he wanted to put you in that situation.
He did want to put you in that situation.
It was intentional.
Well, yes.
because he did cut
Because he
you
had a
off
girlfriend from the beginning.
He had a
without
girl-
any explanation.
So he's just trying to be
Catch cruise.
You know,
Hey.
just catching cruise. And so he has to end everything with
Or
you.
maybe there was like, first of all, forget so maybe the girl never called him. Maybe he was probably looking for excitement outside of the relationship. And maybe he was just too bored in that moment of time. He was looking for some people to excite him. And he was done being excited. And then he just wanted to, because there's no way that we're together and then you just ghost me out of nowhere saying nothing.
and then you were the one like
It was all a lie.
hastening things. You were like, okay, I love you, I want to marry
It
you,
was
and all of a
all
sudden
a-
you're telling me I'm moving too fast.
Yeah, it was
That's
all a lie.
crazy.
Said the reason why he said you're moving too fast is an excuse for him to leave.
Yes.
You know, some guy be that
And
was
then it
dating-
always make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Right, make you feel
begin
bad.
to
As
like
if
question
you are the-
yourself.
you are the problem.
Yes.
I remember I was saying one guy, he said he wanted to marry me. I told my mom, she was looking for African traditional weddings.
Oh.
I was looking for rings and
I was
everything.
saying you spoke.
That whole time, that guy, just they lie. He had a
Hey.
whole girlfriend, serious relationship and everything. Anyway, we've been dating for 2 months. Nothing super serious, but consistent calls, dinner dates, sleepovers, and whatnot. He even came to my friend's party and said he was happy to finally be part of my circle. I told him my birthday was coming up and he was like, I've got something planned. You're going to love it. My birthday comes. I wake up to nothing. No text, no call, no Insta story reply, nothing. I thought maybe he was planning a surprise. I texted him. No reply. Hours passed. Still nothing. It's been a year and I've never heard from him again. Fully ghosted me on my birthday. And the wildest part, he still watches my stories.
Hey.
Oh my God. That is the worst.
That is wickedness. Like, you still watch my stories.
But why are some people so evil?
Wait, before you girls get into, I want to ask something. The party, no, she planned it or the guy planned it for you.
No, so
There was no party in the first place.
She went. They went to their friend's party, and then she came, and he said, "I'm so happy to be in a circle. Like, I'm happy to finally meet your friends."
Yeah.
So her birthday was coming, and he said, "I have a surprise for you." And the day of the birthday came, there was no call, no text, no messages, nothing. After a year, still nothing.
Straight up
but he was
ghosted.
still watching her Insta stories.
Can I say something?
I know what Jimmy.
Yes, you guys are a party, but I've heard from some guys that almost sure Babia, this week her birthday, this week her mother is sick. I don't know if you've heard guys say that.
That's not this situation. This situation.
But I'm just saying,
is
in
different.
this case,
Did you
maybe
listen to
he
what I
might
said?
feel, yes, they've been dating for 2 months. 2 months is long enough,
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time.
you know. But maybe too, he was thinking that, this is what I think. Maybe he was thinking that you coming at him with your birthday is going to make him feel like
She
financial
never did.
stress.
Did you read it?
He said that he was going to do something
I told
for
him
her.
my birthday
My
was
birthday-
coming up.
Yes,
so she told him.
No,
That my birthday was coming up. My birthday, didn't you know?
It is normal, but you guys just count up.
You know how to give men grace. She
2
didn't even
months.
ask you for it. She's just telling you because we are in something together.
They've gone on dinner dates. They've done
Yes,
sleepovers.
we are dating. I'm letting you know that it's my birthday. I'm not
some
saying
men are still like
I want
that.
party.
Some men are still like that. Oh, can't say your birthday pen and now I go still.
Hey.
Okay, that's fine. No, but at the end of the day, if it's my birthday, I'm not giving you pressure to buy me something.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying it's my birthday. You can buy
But
me.
you
can
should
give me a
know
card.
that
You
it's
can
my
buy me a
birthday.
flower, whatever it is. But you ghosting me. That's crazy. And then you're still watching my story, nigga. You a bum. You stupid. You crazy. Like, why are you still watching my story? It means like you know what you're doing. And that's the fucked up part. A lot of these men, they know what they be doing.
Yeah, they actually do.
So when it comes to dating and relationships, and I feel like you should always set boundaries. Sometimes going too fast is not the best
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Sometimes as women, you know, we are the emotional beings, and men are more of the logical beings. As women, let's not move too fast. You might like a guy, and the guy seems perfect from the beginning, but that might not be really what it is. Take some time to, you know, watch his behavior, see his conversation, see how he treats his friends or his family members, or just take your time. There's no rush in this world, Charlie. What did I say? So like, take your time and set boundaries. Just because you like a guy so much, don't show too much. Show them just enough for them to be interested. And if they are really interested in you, they will stay with you. And then if they want to build something with you, they're definitely going to show it. Most of the time, guys they tell you what they're not saying by what they're doing.
Yeah. Just pay attention.
Just pay attention to the details.
Also, just like, learn to love yourself first before you decide to love someone. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have any value in yourself, if you don't know your self-worth, they're going to treat you the way you treat yourself, as Evia said. So please be nice to yourself. Give yourself that love that you crave so much from other people. Okay, buy yourself the nicest gifts. Like, just please love yourself.
Don't be like T.
Shut up.
All right, guys.
God.
We loved having you. Bye.